I'm going to go over why this bull market right now that we are experiencing right now, yes, this is a bull market, why this is going to be different than the rest of the bull markets that we've had. I'm going to go over 2 quotes right now to prove it for you, all right? But I have much more to cover as well. So we have BlackRock CEO, you know, he said flight to quality. Bitcoin is a flight to quality because of the global chaos that's happening around. And guess who else said? A billionaire hedge fund manager, Paul Tudor Jones. What he said? He said, Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race in an inflationary recession. Now, that's unheard of, especially from BlackRock. I mean, who cares about Paul Tudor Jones? BlackRock, $10 trillion assets under management. He's talking about Bitcoin in the light of global chaos. That's impressive because it is a flight to safety. And now he's saying this to the world. Why is he saying this to the world? Because he has his bags filled, and obviously he's buying more and more, especially any type of dip we have. And you would know that I've been posting on Twitter, search crypto tips, that, hey, any dip is for buying right now. All right, so now let's go over to Credible Crypto on Twitter. He's a great guy. I would recommend you following him. He says he's getting the CME Gap questions, right? Comments about the CME Gap at $20,000. So people are expecting the price to go down to $20,000 to fill that gap. But he says, I've said some months ago that we would likely leave that gap behind. Now, this isn't 100%, all right? That every time a CME gap isn't filled, it's going to be filled. That's not how things work, all right? He also says gaps are often left unfilled during parabolic advances, just like the 3 gaps we left behind during our last parabolic advance. All right, now let's go over to the prices for the monthly candle. So we've just experienced a $10,000 monthly candle for Bitcoin. That is very impressive. But here's how this Bitcoin bull market is going to be much different than the last one. I'm going to cover the last one right now. So the last one pretty much was from $10,000 to $60-something thousand. The monthly candles following our monthly major retest at $10,000 were larger than any of the preceding ones and continue to grow in size till our peak. The first one monthly candle was $3,600. The next one was almost a $7,000 move, right? $7,000 monthly candle. After that, a $15,000 move, and the second to last monthly candle prior to our peak, $25,000 monthly candle. Now, this is really interesting because now we are starting at like 15,500, and when we were reaching those levels, I was screaming, pretty much screaming, saying, hey, listen, guys, this is a great time to buy. I don't think it's going to hit $10,000 like Richard Hart and all those other guys. No disrespect. They're just guesses. You know, we all make stupid guesses sometimes. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the halving. My mind might be changing a little bit, okay? And Credible Crypto has some really interesting things to say about this, okay, for the halving. He says, people have been blinded by the halving narrative so much that they refuse to view Bitcoin's growth progression through the lens of anything but a 4-year halving-driven cycle. I have repeatedly stated that the halving is a known event on a set schedule and that this information is priced in, especially because at this point, 92% of all Bitcoin that will ever exist has already been mined. So that's really interesting. It's something to think about. It's something in the back of my mind that I've always kept there. And keep in mind, I am always learning around in this space, and my mind can be changed if I'm presented with a logical argument. And this, I find, is a really logical argument that the Bitcoin halving is priced in. But you know what isn't priced in is the spot ETFs. I don't think people understand how bullish this is and how many Bitcoin well, actually, if you watch my video yesterday, you'll understand how many Bitcoin BlackRock and the ETFs might actually need to buy if they haven't already bought a lot already. I think that the bull market is going to go a bit higher than most people think, but if you want to see the strategies that we are taking, and especially we have taken a lot of profits already from our microcaps, I would definitely recommend you checking out learningcrypto.com. The link is down below. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.